So can you tell me a bit about now, what is it that you're working on right at the moment?
Right at the moment, I'm kind of partway through a strange little concept album. It started out with the idea of doing a soundtrack to a sci-fi movie, but I completely made up one that the story was kind of told through the mashups, which probably sounds quite pretentious, but that's kind of where my brain's drifted off to now. So I started that a while ago, but only kind of did one track and kind of left it and went on to other things for a while. But I came back to it recently and it's really kind of captured my imagination now, and I've got about 4 or 5 tracks together for it now, and I've got a rough outline in mind of the storyline of this movie and how it goes, and it's really interesting to be able to find the songs that work together to get that story across and to convey the emotion that kind of goes along with that. And I'm having so much fun putting that together as well, because I really, really like a challenge. I think musically it's a bit of a progression as well, because it's focused a lot about more ambient music, more electronic stuff. I'm trying to work with more sources on it, so there's a lot more vocals cutting together and interacting with each other, so it's a lot more layered than some of the stuff I've done before. Yeah, I'm really quite excited about this at the moment.
Can you give us a little hint about what the storyline is?
Well, it may change as I get on with it, but at the moment it's roughly about a guy in a lone spacecraft kind of floating through space, light years away from all the family that he's left behind, on this crucial mission that he knows he may never come back from. So nice, cheery stuff. But his ship is damaged. It crashes through the atmosphere. He thinks he's going to die. He's rescued, and it kind of all goes on from there. It probably sounds quite an odd concept, but hopefully it'll make a lot more sense once the music's there to explain it.
So what's up for you next? What are your plans for the future?
I tend to take things pretty much as they come, and I'm partway through doing videos for all of the tracks on my last year's Lecture Set 2 mix that I did. So I think I've still got another 6 or 7 of those to do. I've already started piecing things together for the next Lecture Set mix, which I'll hopefully be putting out towards the end of the year. And then other than that, it's always just kind of looking for new things, new music, new ideas to spark off some inspiration. I had planned to try and get into remixing a bit more, and that's maybe something that I will come back to, but I got distracted, as I do, by the bright, shiny and quicker and easier things, and I think mentally my brain's just far better suited right now to working on the mashup side of things, and leave the remixing to people who know what they're doing at the moment, but hopefully get more onto that soon.
What about live performance? Is that something you'd ever consider? Would you like to do a tour?
It's an interesting idea. I have been asked several times whether I would want to come and DJ at various places, and one of my friends was determined that I should go to Greece and do a tour of Greece, because one of my tracks is absolutely massive over there. But it's quite daunting for me, because what I do is all kind of on the PC, tinkering away for hours on end to get things to work out right, and I've never DJ'd live in my life, so it would be a completely new experience for me. I'm not sure that the music I do right now would translate. I'd love to see a dance floor try and dance to some of the horribly depressing moody music that I put out there, but there must be a market for it somewhere, so I'll never say never on that one, maybe at some point.
You mentioned just briefly about how one of your tracks had done particularly well in Greece. How did that all come about?
It's a peculiar one, that. As I mentioned earlier, I really love getting my teeth into things, and kind of I like my concept albums. So one I started on a couple of years ago was a Britpop mashup album filled with mashups using artists from the Britpop era. The first track I did for that was one called Spirit World, which is all based around Radiohead's Street Spirit. with a track by Morchiba kind of over the top of it, along with Digitalism and some other tracks. And I put it out there, did a video for it, and it was fairly well received when I put it out, but nothing special. And then I don't know what happened from there, but it just seemed to get more and more popular in Greece, and it eventually just exploded in popularity to the extent that I checked the other day, and the video for Spirit World has had about 600,000 hits now, and I get so many comments on the YouTube video from people in Greece saying that they love the track. It's apparently been played like on radio and TV in Greece. It gets played in clubs. And if you go on YouTube and have a hunt around, there are actually bands who do live cover versions of it. It's bizarre watching videos that have been shot of people doing live cover versions of your mashup in Greece. But yeah, it's bizarre but very nice.
Every Tuesday at 8 o'clock, tune into Radio Turks and Caicos to listen to some of the world's best indie tracks. I'm your host Becca, and I'll be playing you all the giants, including Oasis, The Killers, Kings of Leon, Arcade Fire, Passion Pit, The Temper Trap, Jamie T, and much more. And of course, every week you'll hear some hidden gems and brand new tracks too. Tune into the Indie Hour on 107.7 FM or stream it live online at www.rtc107fm.com.